If your meta ad suddenly stopped working in 2025 or 26, it's probably not because of your targeting, and it's definitely not because meta is broken. What actually changed is how meta ads work, and probably it's not only your ads that are broken, but I'll explain that. In this video, I'll show you the exact framework we use in our own business and for our agency clients to find winning ad creatives in 2026 step by step so that you can stop guessing and you can start scaling. Let's get started. And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Julian. I'm an entrepreneur and an online marketer. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can find winning ad creatives for your meta ads. If you have been running meta ads for a couple of years, you probably have noticed that in 2025, a lot of things have changed, like the way on how we used to run ads for the last 5-6 years. Suddenly, the things that we were doing just were not working anymore. And the reason for that is the Andromed update. You might have heard of this before, but this is basically an update that Meta has rolled out in mid-2025. And in short, AI is now a lot more integrated and targeting has changed, and just the way and how we run ads is just completely different. So the way and how we used to do it just suddenly is not working anymore. And one of the most important things is having lots of creatives. Like, that's one of the most important things and the biggest changes. And again, I'm going to show you how this works. But I'm also going to give you like a bit more of an overview just so that you know, like, you can skip around below this video. You'll find timestamps so you can go exactly to where you want to be. But if you're running ads and you're not super happy with your results, can very much recommend that you just stick along with me. So very often this leads to bad results, but the one thing that is important to know that meta ads are not broken, like it's still performing very well. And actually for us, like adapting to this, it's performing better than ever before. So it's definitely still working. But sometimes it's not just the ads that are broken, but the entire leaky funnel. I'm not going over this in depth now, just wanted to show you like the 6-step scaling framework that we have. In case you're interested in having a full overview over why your ads might not be working, how you can fix them with this 6-step scaling framework, make sure you check out the first link below that like button. I recorded an entire training video going in depth into over all of these 6 steps and what you might be doing wrong at the moment, because the ads is one thing, but the entire 6-step framework is what actually matters. So in case you're running ads, definitely make sure you check this out. It's completely free. Again, it will be linked down below. But now coming back to our creatives and to running meta ads and why it's not working anymore. One thing that is also crucially important to understand is how you're using AI. You're probably using ChatGPT for everything that you're doing. Every ad copy, everything that you do is created with AI. But many things that I see when working with coaching students or with some of our clients that we have is that they're just using AI in a completely wrong way. What many people are getting is some very generic AI garbage. Like, they're just getting something super generic and it has no personality and it has nothing to do with what you're doing or what your client is doing. AI is very powerful, but it's only powerful if you give it context. And what I recommend to everyone is just having an avatar document. For example, if you are a plumber, make sure that you have an avatar document of who is your ideal customer. Who are they? What pains do they have? What desires do they have? What objections do they have? And what does your offer look like? Of course, you might have like 10 different offers and your custom avatar might change, but just get started with like one offer. And if you're starting off with heating pumps or something like this, just to stick with this plumbing example, then make sure that you have an avatar document where you have your offer. Who are you? What is your offer? What is their pains? What are their desires? And then make sure that you're using this avatar document as reference whenever you're doing anything. If you're creating ad copy, if you're creating something for a landing page, image ideas, ad ideas, whatever it might be, just so that you can make sure that you're giving AI the right context, and just so that you can make sure that you're giving AI the right context, and therefore you're going to get so much better output. But now let's finally get started with finding winning creatives so that you can actually get out from the testing phase and go into the scaling phase. Step number 1 is image ads. And we have been testing image ads and carousel and video ads extensively in the last couple of months, and we still do it to this day. And I'm not the biggest fan of image ads. Like, I'm a video creator also in the background, and I love to have high quality video ads. But at the beginning, and especially if you're testing new offers and you're just testing out different angles, I love to get started with image ads. The reason for that is image ads are the easiest way to get started because you can just create them within 5 minutes. It doesn't matter if you're using AI to create the images, if you're using OpenArt, ChatGPT, whatever that you're using, or if you just have, like regular images or you're using something from Canva, it doesn't really matter. But with image ads, you can super fast and super reliably test out different hooks and different angles. For example, what you can test is the messaging, the angle, the emotional triggers, and pain versus desires. What I mean by that is, coming back to the plumbing example and someone wanting a heat pump, the pain that they have is it might be cold in their house. That might be a pain. And the desire that they have, like they might want to have something, that's silent and that works just with like their PV panels that they have on the roof and, have a greener ecological footprint, like whatever it might be, like your stuff better. But just have different angles in mind, and when you test out an image ad, like you can just change out the messaging, and that way you can test super fast, like what is my audience resonating with. If you're doing a video ad, yes, you can still do it, and I'll show you throughout this video how you can test this fast, but it's still gonna be a lot, like the testing phase is still gonna take you a lot longer. So testing the different angles, the different hooks, and the different, overall the messaging is going to be super easy and super fast with image ads. Again, I gave you this example already. And just as a bonus tip for you on the go, usually the ads that are performing best are where we're talking about pain points, like, talking about a desire of like, having the lower ecological footprint and not being reliant on gasoline and oil and whatever it might be. That's nice. But on the other side, like talking about like, hey, you're paying like too much for your gas pumps thing and your heating is way too expensive. What if you could have a heating pump that works with electricity and we're also going to install you some PV panels? I don't know, like I'm just making up something, but usually when you're talking about a pain, that's going to work better. And the metrics that you're going to watch are CTR, which is click-through ratio, then of course also the cost per click. So you're testing them in one campaign and also in one ad set. And then overall, like the engagement, are there comments, are there likes, how is that working, and how much is a cost per lead and cost per sale ideally. So this is how you test image ads. One thing that I can recommend with image ads is make sure that you use the meta ads library just to getting inspiration. Like if you do not know how to create image ads, inside of our AI meta ads accelerator, we give you swipe files and we have like 50 templates that you can use. But generally speaking, like just go to the meta ads library, search for competitors, search for big advertisers. You can also always check out what we're doing and just find out what are other people doing and just get some inspiration to get started. When it comes to actually creating the images or the image ads, I like Canva. And then just create 5 to 10 different variations. Like per angle, you can test out completely different angles. Like there is no right or wrong here. Just make sure that you're testing and make sure that you're actually analyzing the data that you're getting. Because like whenever you're investing $1 into something, make sure that you're getting valuable information out of this. Because then still, if you're not getting a sale from it, you're still learning and you're still paying for your learning. So that is very important. And again, swipe files help and we do provide them. I'll also link the accelerator below in case you want to check that out. But, just finding some inspiration is going to give you a good starting point. Step number 2 is carousels, which are basically just multiple image ads stacked together. And when it comes to carousels, like this is usually what it looks like. So you have like a first fold, second fold, third fold, and so on. I think you can have up to like 9 different slides or something like this. I usually like to have 3 to 5, maybe. That's the sweet spot that I found. And the structure that I like to follow is the following. And this is also going to be the structure that we will have with video ads, but we're going to get to that very shortly. It's basically hook, then problem, another problem, solution, and then it's going to have a call to action. So the hook might be something, the hook always needs to be something where you're just stopping the scroll and you're talking directly to your target audience. You need to know your target audience. And again, this dials back to the avatar document. Like this is going to be the fundamentals. Next up is problem. Again, I mentioned before, that usually pains and problems perform better compared to a desire. So just talk about that problem, explain like how much they're paying more, what this means for their health, like whatever it might be, and then offer a solution and give a call to action. I'm not going into the full funnel of like where are you sending people, what kind of information you need. Again, I do cover this in the free workshop, which is linked down below, but just so that you have like a rough guideline. The way and how I like to use carousel ads is I like to start off with an image ads, figure out like a couple of different angles and messaging that works, and then double down on this and create, you know, like a very simple carousel out of this. And again, the structure, I told you this already. I'm not the biggest fan of carousels, to be honest, but they do perform very well, especially if you combine a couple of image ads, carousel ads, and then also video ads all in one ad set. But again, more about that later. And in different videos, make sure you subscribe. And step number 3 are video ads. Finally, we're talking about video ads, and this is where you can actually start to scale. With all of the ad accounts that we're managing, we're always getting the best results with video ads. They do not need to be produced with, you know, cinema cameras and stuff. I do find that it helps if you have good video ads, and it's definitely an unfair advantage. But with AI, it's getting just a lot easier and you can test a lot more. One thing that is crucially important to understand when it comes to video ads is that 99% of all people are not watching your ad past 3 seconds. So whatever happens after second 3, the majority of people have not seen that. They see the beginning and they're seeing it over and over again, especially if they have shown some interest. But especially everything that happens after second 10, the majority of people have not seen that before. And what that tells us, and what I want to give you on the go, is that the hook is everything. You need to test out different hooks. And I mentioned before that, you know, you need to have lots of creatives. And here you can actually see the big shift with creatives, and what you need is volume and variety. And all of that is true. And especially when you're in the scaling phase, you need volume and variety, but you need that with ads. And one thing that is important to understand, because I hear this very often from, you know, students that we're working with, from coaching clients, is they're telling me, well, Julian, this is all cool and fine, but I still need to run my business, and then I cannot create like, I don't know, like 20 different video ads all of the time, because one video ad is going to take me like an entire morning, and like I do not have that time. Like, what should I do? It's important that you do not need to make every video ad from scratch. And let me explain what I mean by that. The framework that I like to follow with video ads is the following, and this is very similar to carousel ads. It's basically a 5-step process. It starts off with a hook, then we're talking about a problem. Again, pains and problems usually resonate better compared to like wishes and desires. Then we present the solution, we give credibility, and we have a call to action. This is the framework that I like to use. And one thing that is like important to understand, like what I just mentioned before, is like that most people, the majority of people, are only gonna see the hook. Like they're only gonna see the first couple of seconds, and they're not gonna see everything else. And what this means is, if you make a good video ad for one target audience, again, coming back to the avatar document, talking about the heating pump again, you know their problems. Like if you are in that business, you're talking to your clients, you probably know way better than ChatGPT what the problems are of people that are looking for a heating pump. Write that down. Then same thing for a solution. What kind of solution are you offering? Why is that better? Why do you have a good offer? Why should people work with you? Again, also comes back to credibility. This basically tells you like, or what you should tell there is like, how much experience do you have? With how many clients have you worked before? What credentials do you have? What certificates do you have? Like whatever it might be, make sure that you include all of this, and then call to action. You need to make sure that you know like what your funnel looks like, but that's basically the framework. And as long as you're promoting the same service, the same product, all of these steps here, like 4 out of these 5 steps, they will always stay the same. And the only thing that you need to work on and that you need to change to create a completely new video ad is the hook. And by the time you have acknowledge that, and by the time you have realized that, like creating a new video ad suddenly is not that huge burden anymore that's going to take you forever, and then it might not work. But it's actually just like, I don't know, putting out your phone and just recording like a quick new opening sequence, or like creating different hooks, different visuals. And of course you can also do this with AI, and again, we're also teaching that, by the way. But that is crucially important to understand, and that way you can test 10 video ads with just like a half an hour of your own input. And even if you're doing it with AI, then you can actually outsource that entirely to an employee, for example. So the key takeaway for you in this video is that the only thing that you should really care about, especially if you're testing multiple different video ads, is the hook. And make sure that you test out different hooks, and not just test out different hooks where one time you say line A and then you say line B, but actually have one where you're sitting down, then have one where you're standing, then have one where you're walking around, have one where you're sitting in the car, have one that's created with AI, have a couple that are created with AI. So change the messaging, and when you're starting off with image ads, you'll figure out faster like what is the messaging that resonates with people, and then shoot it in different scenarios. Like whenever we're working with agency clients of ours and we're shooting for them and they're booking like our really high ticket offer, we're shooting them in standing, sitting down, outdoors, in the car, walking, standing, jumping, whatever it might be, just so that we have like so many different options that it would be unreasonable for us to not find the one that's performing the best. And as long as you have this testing framework in action, you are going to find winning ads, as long as you have the right campaign structure and also the right targeting options. In case you're not sure how this works, then make sure you watch this video over there.